Mr. Corral, you have 3 minutes.
Good afternoon. The existing problem of loose and abandoned dogs throughout our city, as well as the challenges with the dysfunctional El Paso Animal Services, continues to get worse. This city cannot get to the root cause of the problem, which I believe is enforcement of current laws. Until this council addresses and takes action on our dysfunctional animal services, which the community has lost complete faith in, preventing one pregnancy will save countless of lives and save the city valuable resources. With the help of our local rescuers, we can move this issue in a positive direction and resolve this current crisis facing our city once and for all. But before we get to that level, we desperately need to address the current crisis we face right now, as the number of loose, abandoned dogs has gotten out of control in our city. There have been countless of posts on social media of caring people picking up these animals, only to have to return them back on the streets. Why? Because Animal Services refuses to pick them up. And this situation is getting worse by the day. The El Paso Animal Shelter has a sign posted on their front door which reads, "Abandoning an animal is cruel and against the law." El Paso Animal Services is indirectly breaking this law by forcing people who can no longer take care of their animals to abandon them on the streets because they have no other place to take them. This is why El Paso is starting to look like a third world country. I and other rescuers have spoken with the interim city manager about forming a task force to address this issue, but have not heard back from the colonel. I have also heard from many of you, we're working on it, that it takes time, that it's a process. But how much longer do your constituents have to put up with this crisis that has been plaguing our city for so many years? Why is it taking so long? Will you once and for all do something to address this ongoing issue? Because if not, you might as well change this city's name from the Sun City to the Heartless City. Thank you.
I want you to see the face of a dog that was turned away by the shelter. Him and 10 of his siblings. His mama got run over. Hey, where are we? We're being turned away by our shelter. Our shelter is leaving aggressive dogs in homes. You know, they're turning away strays. I have a lady up the street from me who's got 9 puppies, 8 days old. That dog was a stray. I'm sorry, we're creating the strays by leaving these unaltered strays running loose on the streets of El Paso. And as long as these things continue, El Paso Animal Services will continue to be the biggest backyard breeder in El Paso history. I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of, okay, it's capacity of care. It's not capacity of care. It's the fact that they don't want to fill their shelter. If you don't want to do the job, get out. This dog could have died in El Paso because he didn't want to take the dogs in. This one, because you didn't want to keep the dogs. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fed up. I'm tired. I'm a taxpayer. Don't start taking in all the strays. Because I don't know about you, but I understand. You leave unaltered strays run the streets, you get more strays. These dogs were on the street. I cannot stress the fact that this dog could have died because he doesn't want to do his job. Enough. Enough.
Topic is animal services and abandoned puppies. Ms. Martinez, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Good afternoon. I'm here to address concerns about the treatment I received at Animal Services. As Ron stated, he has one of the puppies I rescued. I went and rescued a box of puppies on November 16th. There was a post made on Facebook for some puppies to be picked up due to the fact that their mother had been hit and killed by a car. The person I went to go pick up the puppies from had called 311 at 8 o'clock in the morning. At this time, those puppies were nursing puppies. I showed up at 11:30 a.m. for the puppies. I called Animal Services and asked if I could bring the puppies in. They stated yes. These puppies need care. These puppies needed care. They needed to be in foster care. I was told by a female officer that I needed a picture of the deceased mother to prove that that's where these puppies came from, and to take the puppies back and leave them where I found them. Again, these are nursing puppies. There was no way that they were going to survive. There's no telling how long that those puppies hadn't had anything to eat. She was extremely cold-hearted when speaking to me. She did not want to hear anything I had to say. And it was like she thought that litter belonged to me. It was an unwanted litter for me. Now, mind you, I have 3 dogs. All 3 of my dogs have been spayed and neutered, and they are from AS. So there's no way that my dogs could have produced these babies. So, I mean, I get very emotional with this, but I tried to explain to her that these puppies were extremely hungry, and there was no telling when the last time that they had ate. They were crying, they were dirty, they were suckling on my fingers. Again, super cold-hearted, told me again that that was not their problem, that I needed to go leave them where I found them. She could have offered some food for me to take. She could have asked, can you foster them? She could have asked a million things or offered a million things to me, and she refused. So here I am with a house full of animals already, which came from AS, with a box of puppies. I had no blankets. I had no food for them. And thank goodness for the people in the public that came up and helped and donated food for them and everything. Now we're doing the job of Animal Services. We're having to look for foster homes for these puppies. These puppies need a foster home for the next 3 weeks so that they can be transported out of here. They don't need to be here. They are always asking us for help.
Thank you, Ms.
But what
Martinez.
happens?
You've reached the 3 minutes. Thank you.